On this week's Ring of Honor, the best goalie masks in Senators history.
You're Locked On Senators, your daily podcast on the Ottawa Senators. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Welcome to episode 9 of the Ring of Honor. I'm Ross Levitan alongside Brandon Piller and The Martian with us as well. A reminder, you can follow the show on Twitter at Sens Central. You can follow The Martian at Laleem's Martian. Make sure you're subscribed on YouTube as well to both Locked On Senators and Martian Media, where Mark Mathot swung the wrenches with Martian this week. Coming up on today's show, we've got the best goalie mask in Senators history. And as a goalie-friendly show and a man whose handle is literally an homage to a Senators goalie mask, this one could get contentious. But how did we get here? Well, last week we had the best sound bites in Senators history, and the Martian has now pulled ahead in the overall voting. He's got 4 wins total. I've got 3, and Brandon Piller stuck down at 1. You can see the results of last week's poll. 45% for the Martian. Your victory speech, sir.
I'm back on top, baby, right where I belong. That I think you were kind of right with this one, Ross. I think just the way mine looks on the graphic here with the short titles, it paid off for me. So I'm pumped. I'm happy. I like to be in the lead, and I'm going for win number 5 here in another area I would consider a specialty of mine. So good luck to you.
Yeah, people don't want to read much these days. As soon as people looked at Ross's 3rd pick and my 4th pick, and the font is smaller, they're like, "Nah, I'm out." So that definitely helps Martian. Now, look, I know I'm the guy with 1 win here, so I can't talk too much trash, but Martian, I'm gonna chalk that win up for you. The short amount of characters used on the graphic, but also look at that. Look at the voting. That's some low voter turnout. 351 votes. Not to bring it back to myself and my glorious win, but correct me if I'm wrong, Ross, but I believe we had over 1,000 votes for my victory. So, I mean, we're going to have to start going by total votes here maybe at the end of this, eh?
Oh, I don't think we have to change that by any means. But what we could do is make sure that the fans come out here, the Sens Central citizens, let us know who's winning. And more importantly, who's losing. Pilsy, you and I had a tight race for 2nd place, though. I'll tell you that for free.
Yeah, these are the Ring of Honors I like to see. Like when one person just storms out of the gate and then the other 2 are fighting for pity votes, as Martian likes to call it. That's no good for anyone here. So it's nice that at least this was a pretty contentious one through and through. As long as nobody has over 50% of the votes, it's usually a pretty good Ring of Honor.
Yeah, well said, Pilsy. So with that, let's get to today's Ring of Honor. Actually, we should mention as well, it's a game day for the Ottawa Senators. The Sens are out in the East Coast playing in Cape Breton tonight against the Florida Panthers. We'll have a breakdown of that game tomorrow. Potentially our biggest guest ever next week as well. So stay tuned for all of that on the show. Martian, you're the winner. How's the order going to go for this week's Ring of Honor?
I will be drafting 1st overall, Ross. I think we all know why.
Yep, it's very important for your brand that you go 1st overall. Let's just say.
Yeah. And we had to go with this topic coming off a W for me, so that we could actually, nobody's gonna just give me 1st overall. So especially in this category, I got to give it to myself there. And I'm gonna go Pilsy 2nd overall, and then Ross, you'll be picking last.
3 and 4. I'm up 1st in the 2nd round. So we got that going for me.
All right. Well, let's not hesitate any longer here, boys. Let's get this party started. And then with the 1st overall pick and the best goalie mask in Senators history, I will be selecting none other than my namesake, Patrick Laleem, and the Martian helmet. Guys, I've already won. We can just wrap this thing up. It's over. Come on. This is the best Senators mask in goalies history, without question. Not even close. Head and shoulders above the rest, in a tier of its own. It's a beautiful design. It's creative. It's really cool to look at. I know when I was growing up, I was probably around 10 or 11, maybe 12 when that mask came out. It was like kind of a really attractive look for, I think, younger fans. I wish, the callback to the helmet wasn't always the Leafs beating the Sens in the playoffs. I think a lot of people, when they think of the Liam, that's what they remember. But for me, I'll always remember just like that, how cool that helmet was. And I think that, it's going to be tough for you guys to come up with something better than this one.
Thing with Patrick O'Leam's helmet, and
here we go.
Right off the top, eh, Martian?
Here we go.
Here we go.
I don't know.
You're going to disparage this helmet. I think you're going to lose yourself both votes by doing that, Ross.
No,
it's not a good look. It's not.
No, it's otherworldly. You could even say with the Martian on there. But what I will say is, I don't know if another goalie since or before has ever put a piece of plastic on their helmet. The stick tape on the Martian stick is a legitimate piece of plastic that was put on. Yeah,
wow.
You can see it's not painted. It's actually on there. It's very interesting, I'll say.
Okay, well,
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, that was a fun fact rather than knocking your pick right away.
Yeah, I thought you were going to go in and knock the pick there, Russ. I do see that.
That's pretty cool.
Like, there's a chance I'm wrong, but I don't think so. It looks like a piece of plastic.
I don't know.
We gotta get Patrick O'Leam on the show here. Like, it's
really do.
That's Ross. Let's add that to the list here.
Some people are already yelling at me and saying it's not, but I swear it looks like.
Honestly, I think it's just a really good paint job, and it looks 3D, Ross. I think that's what it is.
Credit to them. It's a great helmet. It really is.
There you go.
Okay, so I apologize for jumping on you when I thought you were going to go knock the pick there, Ross.
Well, the thing, if you start off after a pick with the thing is with that pick, usually that's some disparaging comments afterwards.
You know what I'll disparage it with? He used the same thing after in St. Louis, Chicago, Buffalo.
That was his signature look. I think that adds to the coolness of it. Like, you change the colors. It's like a rebrand for the Martian too. I think it's really cool. I like that he did that, especially with he did the Martian with the headdress on for Chicago. He actually started the Martian for the Penguins. I don't know if you realize that.
What do you mean?
He had the Martian on his helmet for the Penguins as well.
Really? I've never seen that.
Yeah.
All right.
It was
well,
small.
I'm going to check that out.
By the way, it's just an amazing tape job. I'd like to take back
paint job
about the plastic piece. It looked like it. I thought it was. A bonus points, the fact that he had a matching stick. He had a custom design on his stick with the Martian on it.
Is that next Ring of Honor, best goalie sticks?
No. It's not.
Okay, I apologize. He didn't actually have the Martian on the Penguins helmet, but he had the eyeballs. It was like it was definitely the inspiration for it by the looks of it. It was like a penguin's eyes breaking out of ice. It kind of looks the same.
Gotcha. All right. Well, when I make my picks, I'll try to only spit facts to the Sens fans. I won't try to sprinkle in little lies throughout the course here. So without any further ado, I will take my first pick of the Ring of Honor Best Ottawa Senators goalie masks. And look, I was saying before we started, I got two in my head here. One that's going to play on the graphic, and one that I actually believe is, Martian, I'll say it, the best goalie mask in Senators history.
Whoa.
I'm going to go with my heart here, not the graphic. And this might be recency bias.
No, you're not.
And there's only been one game played with this mask. I'm going Jonas Korpisalo's golden mask. Now, say what you want, Ross. This is literally, and I quote from you, this might be the greatest goalie mask in Ottawa Senators history. You said that like a week ago, and it just popped so well. It looked so fresh on the Instagram when they revealed it. Then it looked even better on the ice. And what I love so much about this mask, the colored cage. People don't use the cage as an opportunity to add some flair to their mask. The colored cage is awesome. The sparkle and shine of it, it's like a excellent Centurion golden helmet. Look, there's other ones that I think are going to play better on the graphic and flashier names that can bring about nostalgia for Sens fans. But I truly believe that this is the greatest design this franchise has seen as far as goalie masks go.
Pilsy, that mask is great, but it was fully inspired by the mask that I just picked. You know, like the golden cage, the Martian being featured. Come on, buddy. This is a rip-off artist.
No.
Oh, yeah.
You can definitely, there's inspirations, and yes, the Laleem's Martian being on there, but that's just a smart nod to another great mask. But so many Sens goalies have used the golden Centurion. I don't know, like the Martian part, I'll give you that. That's fair. But the golden part, like, that's a classic. That's a classic look. I'm sure there's going to be a couple other ones that are similar.
My next
to that.
pick.
I'm just mad that you took the other helmet that has the Martian on it, because I was hoping that would come back around for me.
No, it wasn't going to come back to you. That would have been my second pick, but I do have one before that. Pillsy, good pick. I do think there's a bit of recency to it, but it is sharp. And you know what's a consistent theme through the first round? We're all going with bright gold cages, because I got to go with Ray Emery here to finish off the first round.
Oh, wow. That was not where I was thinking.
This is the one that I told you with your second overall pick before we got on, Pilsy, to block Ross from getting it, because
that's not the one. I had a different one. But wait, Ross, are you going with Ray Emery's that he only wore for one game as well, or no? I just want to be clear here.
No, we're not going to go with
We're not doing that. We're not.
Not controversial?
No.
I am going to do a bit of a different one. I'm not going to go with his OG one, the one with the cream. I'm going to do the one with the full red background. He still has the gold.
Isn't that the one that he only wore for one game?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Nope. This one's got George Chavallo on it, and it is absolutely gorgeous. We'll post pictures of these on our Twitter where the poll is, so you can go see each one individually. But it's as sharp as it can be. It really is. And what I like about Ray Emery is he was the first goalie who really didn't adhere to the Centurion and Roman theme. He's like, no, man, this is my helmet. I'm going to make it personalized to what I like. So Ray Emery is my guy here with the red background, gold cage. He's got the Senators, Senegoth logo there.
Oh, true. Yeah. I know the one you're talking about. Nice. Yeah.
So sharp, man. It pops. The iTech helmet there. So I got Ray Emery there. And any other comments? Otherwise, I'll make my next pick.
I feel like that's one you could have got a little later on. I feel like that's name recognition value rather than actual artwork of the mask.
Oh, I would argue that it's more similar to Patrick Aleem, that Ray Emery's iconic move was having boxers on his helmet, and he had the gold cage on there. I think it's just, it's his brand, and I think that he pulled it off better than anybody.
That's what I'm saying. Like the brand and the name recognition, that's all there. But as far as like the actual artwork and how it looked,
you don't even know what it looks like.
No, I said I know the one you're talking about now. Yes.
I like the pick, Ross. I knew you'd pick it, though. I'm not surprised at all. That's like a classic Ross move. Like, it's either Alfie or Emery. One of those is getting
I mean, hey, not the worst strategy.
Well, my next pick it's a great helmet. Don't get me wrong.
The other Ray Emery helmet.
Yeah.
But it's so iconic as well. Fellas, I'm taking the Hamburglar here. Andrew.
Oh, okay.
Go with the Hamburglar. That one of the best runs in Senators history was predicated on the name that he just happened to have on his helmet by being named Andrew Hammond. And I think that it's a nice homage too. It's obviously a very well-known, cartoon character from the McDonald's series, but I think he pulled it off well. The fact that he kind of came out of nowhere and gobbled up wins for 3 months straight, just kind of played with it. It also has an homage to the O logo, which we didn't see a whole lot. It was just the shoulder patches there. It's simple. It's got Ottawa right underneath where the cage is. I think it's overall just a really sharp helmet. So even beyond just the Hamburglar character on there, I think it's a sharp helmet. White helmet, white background and white cage. I think that plays too.
Yeah, that's definitely I have it ranked next on my list as the next best one, just because of the Hamburglar design on it. It's just so funny looking with the little Sens logo, and I don't know. Obviously, it's iconic, so I can't disagree with that pick either, Ross. I really want to, but I like it.
All right, there you go.
I can't believe I'm getting my other one that I was trying to decide on. I get like Ross. I hate to do this, but again, I'm gonna say the same thing. Like that's iconic and stuff, but as far as artwork goes,
Oh, we got Pills. He's a big art guy.
Yeah, Pilsey's like
yeah, you guys know
he's
me.
he's like an art critic.
Find
Yeah.
your local art show. Being very critical.
He like goes to the art museum and he just goes, that's just not a fine piece.
But nobody would recognize him because he wears glasses, but only puts them on there.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Everything.
No, but okay. Ross and I at an art exhibit, I'm not looking at who the artist is. I'm looking at the actual art. I'm like, oh, wow, that's a really nice painting. Ross is like, oh, who painted this? Oh, I know that guy. I like that. I like this painting now because I know that guy.
Nope.
Okay.
Not true.
Okay. So what's it gonna be, Pills?
Yeah, you're really putting pressure on yourself. Is it a mask that's yet to be released?
Yeah, I'm designing it. I'm gonna paint it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm taking crazy pills here, guys, but I'm shocked that this one came to me and that Ross hasn't used it because this is so iconic and classic. I'm going with Ron Tugnut's golden splash helmet. Like that is such a clean look. I would say this is an iconic one. There was a later mask that was done in homage to this. It's something that I haven't really seen a lot of goalies use. It's simple. You got the Sens logo front and center. You got Senators written on the side of it. Ross, you already name dropped this, but it's an iTech mask, similar to Ray Emery's there. So, yeah, I was deciding between Korpisalo and Tugnut, and I can't believe Tugnut made it all the way back to me. So the Tugnut, I don't like golden splash. Like, is that the name of it?
The mud splash.
Mud splash? It's gold.
No, it looks like
no. We are not calling it the mud
can't call it the
splash.
mud
Like that is wild. That is wild.
I think it's even more wild calling that gold. It's more of like a bronze.
What? What are you talking about? That is certainly gold. The whole point is to be an Ottawa Senators mask.
I don't know. It looks like a mud splash to me.
Mud splash. You can't put mud splash, but I see what you mean, Ross. It is kind of a brown.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But you know what, Pilsy? I can't knock it. I was a big Tugnut guy, so.
Me too. Apparently, it's called the team color splat.
Yeah, which is gold.
I don't know if that's his best helmet, though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Really?
Tugnut.
Oh, okay.
I think he's got another one that's better. And I'm not taking it with my next pick, but I'm just saying.
With Ottawa?
Yeah.
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
I thought he only
interesting.
wore that one. Yeah, it is.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Can we do a quick sidebar? I'll ask the question because I'm not going to pick this helmet probably.
Yeah.
But remember, didn't he have like the two big maple leafs on the side and the Parliament in the middle? Wasn't that Tugger?
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now, actually, Martian. I do see that one.
That was a banger.
That might not be wrong, Tugnut, actually.
And the aside.
Okay, and in the aside.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not taking the helmet anyways. We're talking
I think that's someone else.
Okay, my bad.
That's okay.
Continue.
Anyways, here, guys, we're talking about artwork here. This is
Ooh, yes. Here we go, Martian.
We're talking about beautiful colors. We're talking about homages and personal callbacks. I got to go with Anton Forsberg's newest helmet, also with the gold cage.
Ooh.
He's got that Batman theme. He's got the Joker on there. He's got Bane on there. I mean, the artwork is incredible. I'm looking at it right now, and it's bang on. He's got the number on the front. He's got his callback to his, I think people like to call it the horny dog on the side of his helmet. He's got him dressed up in Batman. He's got Peppa Pig on the back. Peppa obviously is my cat's name.
There you go, Martian.
That's got a little thing for me on there. It says, "Why so serious?" up on the top. It's got the big Sens logo just right on top of his head. I think this one is beautiful. Obviously, he's
I think he likes Batman. I'm going to go ahead and say that.
Yeah, he's got some personal connections on there, right? Like the Peppa Pig thing, I think is for his kids. I think he has a portrait of one of his children on the back there as well.
Both of the kids are on the back, Martian.
Yeah, so it's just an absolutely stunning piece of artwork here. So I'm going to go with Anton Forsberg's latest mask with the gold cage. It's kind of like a yellow cage, actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's kind of an offensive word to people who actually use gold cages. It's like a matte gold.
It's matte gold.
It's okay.
Yeah, this wasn't on my list, Martian, but revisiting and looking at it, it is a pretty cool mask, and you're gonna get 100% of votes from superhero fans. Like they're gonna be all over that. So that's a good pander pick.
Unless somebody really wants to pander with a mask that was worn last year that I have no interest in taking.
Okay.
When Ryan Reynolds was
in the Deadpool.
Yeah. No,
I didn't even think of that.
Oh wait, is that your next pick, Pilsy or Martian? Because you got two right here. This your next pick?
I'm not.
Yeah, you could dominate the superhero niche of Twitter.
I ain't taking that one. No, thank you. I am gonna go. Oh, I have a decision to make here, and it's tough for me because I like one better, but I think the other one's gonna.
Hold that thought though, because we always like to have a little quick reset at the
reset. Give me time to think about this.
Yeah, talk about a little bit of a tease there as we're heading into the second half of the 9th Ring of Honor here on Locked On Senators. Pilsy, I know that we've got a quick word from our friends at eBay Motors.
eBay Motors. Oh, it's nice to have these guys back. And the thing with eBay Motors, Ross, is this is perfect timing for me because I'm going to be doing that drive to Ottawa, and I'm going to want to make sure that my car is ready to roll. And with eBay Motors, that's something I'm not going to have to worry about. You can get all the parts for your car at ebaymotors.com. The best part about it is you can look for that green check mark to make sure that that part is going to fit for your car, guaranteed. You don't have to be shopping for parts, and you get the part and you come home, you try to get it into your vehicle, and look, it doesn't fit. You got to send it back, and that's so much extra time, so much extra effort you have to put in. Not with eBay Motors. You can build your vision part by part. For all you guys that like to customize your car with your own parts and your own vision, that's where eBay Motors is perfect for you. So guys, check it out today, ebaymotors.com.
All right, welcome back to the Ring of Honor. I'm Ross Levitan alongside Brandon Piller and the Martian. How did we get here halfway through the Ring of Honor of best goalie mask in Senators history? Well, we have Patrick Lalime off the board first overall, and Martian also has Anton Forsberg's Batman helmet. Pilsy's got Joonas Korpisalo's only mask with the Senators, 1 game, 1 mask, and Ron Tugnut with the splat. I've got Ray Emery, but I want it to be red. And then we've got the Hamburglar in the mix as well. All right, all that said, Martian, you've had time to deliberate. Now, what is your decision?
I have, and I'm simply doing this strategically, hoping that the other one I'm trying to decide on does get back to me, because I think there's less likely a chance that one of you guys snags that one. I'm going with Alex Auld.
No, you're not.
Man, I knew Ross was going to laugh at this pick, but Martian, I love the Alex Auld mask, and I was debating whether to go for that or not because it's so similar to Joonas Korpisalo, but people hated on it, I think, just because he wasn't like a very well-liked guy in his 2 times in Ottawa. I feel like people just think it's like boring or lame, but I think it was really nice. Sorry for interrupting. I'll let you finish off your
I mean, thank you for doing part of my job for me there, Bill. Yeah, basically that's what I'm thinking here too. Is it just the way it looked on, like, with the uniform as a whole, it looked cool. Like it was, it was kind of unique in the way that he painted the helmet to look like a Spartan's helmet, basically, is what it looks like there with the red, broomstick basically on top. But yeah, no, I like the way it would look. It's primarily gold. He went with a white cage. I think the only way he probably could have made that better is by going with the gold cage that we all seem to love so much. But basically, yeah, it's pretty simple. It's got the laurels on the side, and I think that it was a good look. Like, it was just, it's nothing crazy. He's not trying to think way outside the box, but I think, if he was a better goalie and he was, on the team for a longer time, I think that this helmet would have got more love than it did because it was worn by Alex Auld.
Are we just doing designs or just the mask itself? Because this helmet is enormous. Like, it's just a weird designed helmet too.
The mask itself is part of it, for sure.
It's
100%.
I mean, he has a larger head. He needs a big helmet, and he's a big guy. You know, you got to protect your dome. A big helmet goes a long way to do that. So I mean, I have no issue with the size of the helmet. It's not like he's, you know, Dominic Hasek with a tiny little helmet. It's the opposite.
Whoa.
It's fine.
Hey now.
Pilsy. You gonna take that?
Yeah, pick Hasek, Pilsy.
Yeah,
We'll see.
do it. Do it.
We'll see.
Do it. It's your turn.
No, doesn't Martian have another one?
No, he just had his second one.
I'll take another one if you want to trade me your pick for the last overall.
No.
We've never done that yet either. We've never made trades. That would be funny.
Wait, what was the one you took before this? Sorry, I got a goldfish
I took
brain.
Forsberg Batman.
Okay, gotcha. Whew. Okay. I need to double check this now because we did have some debate on this. Yeah. I'm going with this one. Martian, the mask you were describing and you thought was wrong Tugnut was actually Damian Rhodes. I'm going with the Damian Rhodes mask here. Yeah. With the red maple leaf on the side, the peace tower in the middle. That's just a classic look. I want to keep picking gold type Centurion ones, but I don't want to corner myself into the golden market of the masks here. So I'm branching out. And I think graphics wise, this is going to play having Tugnut and Damian Rhodes here. So that's what I'm going with my next pick here.
That's a great pick. That would have been one of my next two. So now I'll struggle a little bit, but I do think that in itself is a great pick. I actually here I'll show you.
Always going to show and tell.
This one, my only mask that I've ever gotten painted. I used that as a design piece for.
Oh, nice! I've never seen that side of it, Ross. That's sick.
That's cool, Ross.
Yeah, with the peace tower. So I got that in the mix.
Wait, let's see the whole thing. Show it off.
Can I pick this with my next one or what? I got the bees.
You can. The Levitan Ottawa Sting mask.
Taking a couple up high. Those are probably in warm up from rude teammates. So yeah, there it is.
Nice,
Very
that's
cool.
sweet.
Funny enough, I didn't know I'd be moving to Winnipeg. It's an old Manitoba Moose style bucket.
Yeah. That's one of the pre-custom or pre-custom pre-designed ones.
Yeah. Johan Hedberg used to rock it. He made it famous.
Nice. I only ever had the all black. I wasn't. I played house league, so I wasn't fancy enough to paint it. And the issue is, all the guys, this is a little aside, that had the custom masks in House League, you knew those guys were absolute trash because they were just trying to draw attention to themselves. And it's like, if you were actually good, you'd probably be playing rep.
Maybe. No, I love that pick though, Pilsy. It's clean, it's classy.
Thank you.
It's very Ottawa-esque. So I like that pick quite a bit. With my next pick, I'm going to go with a friend of the show, the designer himself.
Oh.
Joey DeCord's last helmet with the Senators was absolutely gorgeous. I'm looking at it right now. The entire Sens logo is done in sparkly gold on the side. He's got the red splash.
That's kind of bronze.
You think that's bronze?
No, I'm just messing
That looks
with you.
pretty gold. I think it's
just messing with you.
Maybe it's a difference of decades. I don't know if the gold color got kind of more oomph to it in the 2000s, but I like how it's got the beige on top. It's got an ode to the 300 movie as well with those Spartans on there. So he's playing into a little bit of pop culture as well. I think the colors just play. There's like the gray, the red, the beige on there. And then there's like blood kind of splattered around the top. So there's a bit of, a little bit of PG-13 on there. So no, I think Shifty does great work. And I think that Joey DeCord's last helmet he wore with the Senators is up there for sure.
I love Shifty. I think he does do great work.
Yeah.
This helmet doesn't really do it for me, Ross. I think there's too many different colors that don't match the rest of the uniform. The beige is questionable at best. And then you throw in all that gray on the side that I'm seeing. I don't know about
all that gray. There's a little bit of gray.
I mean, it's kind of half the side of the helmet there. But and then the other thing is too, the Sens logo just being gold and black. That's kind of off brand as a marketing guy myself. When you talk about a company or a brand for a company, usually you have guidelines for those kind of things, and messing around with the logo is not usually kosher. So I bet you the marketing team would look at that and say, that's off brand. But again, I know you have love for Joey Decord. I'm not trying to disparage your pick, but I kind of have no choice.
No, I think it's a great mask, so you can have your opinion on it. But I mean, you also picked Alex Auld, so I don't know how much clout you have here.
No, see, yeah, this is what I'm saying. Ross is going for the name recognition. Martian, I'm with you on this one. Because I was like, oh, who should have a good mask? And I was like, oh yeah, Shifty, Joey Decord. And I looked back at it and I was like, I want to like this mask, but I just don't. It's like shout out Shifty, shout out our guy Dax, but it's not.
Yeah, you're really shouting them out.
Listen, the artwork is nice on it. It's for me. It's the coloring that is the main issue, and we can blame Joey for that, not Shifty, because it was probably his decision at the end of the day.
Boys, this one I feel like we have to have one of Craig Anderson's masks on here. So I've decided I'm going with the 2014 outdoor game, the Heritage 20th anniversary helmet. I love how he's got an homage. I want to say it's Clint Benedict on the side, Senators legend, with the old school mask, and then just a huge O on the other side. So I was between that or one that I'm sure we'll get to in honorable mentions, but that one's just wild. Like it's too erratic for me. So I'm going to go with a nice, clean Craig Anderson Heritage game in 2014. And maybe it's because I was at that game and they got the big win, but I think it's a sharp design too.
I love it. I love how he's got the old school goalie on the side of the helmet too, right? With the leather face mask on. I can't remember who that attendee was.
I think it's Clint Benedict.
Oh, you said that already. Sorry. Yeah. Clint Benedict. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. It's a special helmet, I would say. I think that anytime they wore those jerseys, people got excited. And I bet you Craig loved wearing that helmet as well.
And I'm only pulling this up for the reason to show that anyone who says the Sens haven't won the cup, well, all the years they won the cup are right on the side of the helmet, right there.
Yeah, this was a really well thought out mask, obviously, when they had this one designed for those Heritage jerseys. So I can't really take anything away from this one.
Yeah. Martian, I don't know how I feel about producer Ross giving himself the opportunity to visually show his pick, but we were not granted that same opportunity.
I don't like that either, Pilsy, and I didn't think about that. But you know what, Ross gets, he does a lot of work, so he gives himself the odd little nugget here. I think, we got to take the good with the bad with this guy.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. And he waited for his last pick at least, but still.
It's not even the best side of the helmet. I actually like the other side of the helmet better. So there you have it. Sorry for showing that the Sens are 5-time world champions.
I wanted so badly to pick a Craig Anderson mask because that's going to play on the graphic. Again, Ross going for the player, not the actual art. But I didn't like any of his masks. I looked through all of them. I was like, if I can get Andy on the graphic here, that's going to play. So many Sens fans are going to like that. None of them really did it for me.
Oh, you don't like Cars?
Yeah, I mean, the movie, yeah, Cars is great cinema, but
Martian would have picked that.
No.
Yeah, I tried really hard, and I was like, I honestly like they're not bad, but I'm not like, oh man, this Craig Anderson helmet, nothing really hit it for me.
No, it's fair. That's why I picked like his only mask that didn't have a car on it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That guy does love Cars. That's for sure.
Loves Cars. Pillsy, how are you wrapping up today's Ring of Honor?
This is gonna totally contradict everything I've been saying. And Ross, I will give you full permission to flip my own comments back on me on this one.
Narrative. This is a narrative that you're creating.
It is, but I feel like people are going to understand what I'm saying and how I'm explaining this, but I'm going to go against this. I feel like I have to do this for the brand. I'm going with Dominic Hasek's mask. Now,
oh my God, yes.
I know, and I will give you guys your turns to bash me, and I will take all of that. But you cannot deny that it's iconic. Like, this is a mask I don't need to describe. People know, like I say, Dominic Hasek, Ottawa Senators, people know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
And
then
this
they
is
brush
one
it off.
where, hold on. This is one where I am putting the actual physical mask into it, because look, I'm not saying it was sexy. I'm not saying it was a great design choice. But again, the iconic bowl bubble mask of Dominic Hasek, it was just legendary. And he was a guy, he's like, his whole ideology was like, I don't give a damn if I look like an idiot flopping like a fish out there and my mask isn't cool and I'm not looking like all the other goalies. I will stop the puck better than anyone else on this planet when it comes to being a goalie in hockey. And that's what he did. So kind of against our typical look good, play good. Hasek was like, I'll just flop around and see what works. But if I didn't pick Dominic Hasek, I think like that's just a missed opportunity, and I knew no one else would pick it, so I saved it for my last pick. But that's where I'm going with this. Go ahead, roast me.
Pilsy, that was awful. Martian, would you like to have a word first? Because I think that you're changing the color of the logo spiel might play here too. What, like, is it a cream color inside the Senegoth? I don't understand.
It's definitely not the traditional Senegoth looking logo. It's
He's sunburnt. The Senegoth is sunburnt.
It's like someone threw a peach at him and just splattered peach all over his face. It makes absolutely no sense at all. It's a horrible design, and I think that you're gonna lose the poll because of it. It's classic Pilsy falling apart in the second half of the draft.
Yeah, Pilsy, you say people know what to think as soon as you say Dominic Hasek Centers logo, and then the next thing they do is they puke in their mouths because it was such an ugly helmet.
Well, at least if they're going to puke, you can just flip the mask upside down. And it's a nice little bowl to catch that.
Hey, what's your first honorable mention? Martin Prusak?
Yeah, exactly. That's definitely in the same realm. How do you know I'm not going to take Prusak with the last pick here, Ross?
Yeah, hey, come on now. Easy. But I had to do this for the brand, and with your fourth pick, at least this is something I've been kind of observing. People like when you go off the board and just get wild with it. So I know this is not a great visual appealing mask, but I'm hoping I can play on the graphic and people will give me some points for it.
There's a difference between going off the board and into the dumpster. And I feel like you've gone into the dumpster on this one. It's a dangerous place to be, Pilsy, but at the same time, I understand the fan.
I've got to do it, right? I've got to.
I mean, you didn't have to. You really didn't have to, but Martian, it's up to you, man. Bring us home.
And I'm glad I went with my original strategy I was talking about with my third pick, because the one I wanted has come back around to me. I love this one so much. It was a fun one as well. It's Darth Gerber. Martin Gerber's, not the all-black helmet.
Okay, I was like, that's what we're going with?
No, the one that actually had Darth Vader painted on it. I am going with that one 100% here, boys. The inspiration for this one was because when he came over, he had just the all black helmet.
Yep.
And he played really good with that all black helmet on. And then everybody started calling him Darth Gerber. So then he painted his helmet with actual Darth Vader on it. So I've got to go with that one there.
You know what, Martian? That's a deep dive, but I actually like that one. I thought about taking Martin Gerber's all black as my last one, just as a joke pick to try to get some laughs and some pity votes that way.
Don't worry, Pilsy, you did make a joke pick with your four.
Yeah, I did. But that is a good callback. I'm looking at it now. It's pretty cool and definitely unique. So not bad, Martian.
Yeah, nothing says good like unique. Like, yeah, you're so unique. Like, yeah, it's always a compliment.
Hey, it's good artwork there too, I think, Ross. Like Darth Vader is an iconic character. They do a really good job with the shadowing and the lighting to make it look like, that actual Darth Vader helmet is present on the mask. I think, Gerber would surprise people as someone who would come out with a mask that actually has some decent artwork and style to it, because he was pretty known for being kind of generic in that regard. But he really embraced that Darth Gerber role. So I like what he did there with this one.
A reminder that you can go to Twitter at Sens Central. We're going to post photos of all these masks so you can see before you vote. Please have a vote. We need to get the voter turnout up and stop Martian from guaranteeing victory here in season 1 of the Ring of Honor. We have one more next week, and then the puck drops on the regular season. We're only 10 days away from Carolina, home opener for them in the Hurricanes, and then, oh boy, the weekend that's upcoming afterwards with Martian Palooza. Back-to-back games for the trip in. We'll be at both. We're going to have an absolute blast in Ottawa for that. We'll be hitting up Shawarma Palace, GLEBE Central Pub, and all of the great spots Ottawa has to offer. Any honorable mentions? But before we get to those, let's get to the recap. Let's go in order. So the first overall pick, and then Martian, just rip off your team.
Yeah, so for me, it was I got Patrick Lalime first overall. You want me to read my whole team there, Ross? Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, Patrick Lalime, and then I took the newest Anton Forsberg mask with the Batman theme on it. And then I took Alex Ald with the full Senator helmet, painted onto his mask. And then I took Darth Gerber with my last pick.
Nice. Ross, you want me to go next? All right. I got Jonas Korpisalo, the all gold, sparkling, glittering mask. A very beautiful design. The tug nut gold splat, classic, iconic. Damian Rhodes with the red maple leaf and the peace tower. And Dominic Hasek's god-awful, but still iconic mask.
Okay, at least he's admitting it's god-awful.
I don't think once I said the design was great or it was great art or anything. I think I was very clear about that pick.
Okay, I'm going with Ray Emery's all red George Chuvalo bucket with the gold cage. I'm going with the Hamburglar Andrew Hammond. I'm going with Joey Decord's 2021 mask, and I'm going with Craig Anderson's 2014 Heritage Classic mask as well. My first honorable mention, I was between this one and Craig Anderson's. Yanni Erme was the most erratic helmet of all time. It had like little fireworks shooting out from all ends, and it had the Senegoth humongous on one side.
Yeah.
It had the 2D humongous on the other. You guys seeing that right now?
I'm looking at it right now. I did forget about this one. That is...
it's nuts.
That's wild. It's wild. Yeah.
Anybody,
I don't hate it though, but it's wild.
Brian Elliott's was kind of cool.
That was going to be the one that I was going to bring up, was the one with who is that? Michael Myers on the side he's got, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know if I saw that one. I saw the one with the guy with the chainsaw. What is it, Freddy?
That's it.
Friday the 13th.
That's what I'm talking about. It's Michael Myers, the serial killer.
Not Austin Powers.
But I think it is actually the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, so we're both wrong.
It's all good. We've been wrong so much this show.
Preparation game was a little weak on my part this week, but yeah.
Plastic comment right off the bat by me. It looks like it.
Gotcha. That artist is having a day with that comment. He got you big time.
Yeah.
One of my honorable mentions is, I got a couple. We'll just do one at a time here. You want me to rhyme off the remainder of my list? Okay. Robin Leonard's all red mask. I actually really like that one, and it's a little different than most other people. It's like all red with like very thin white lining designs on it. I thought that one was kind of cool, especially when Robin Leonard would lose his temper. The all red mask kind of played with him there. Ross, are you seeing that one? What do you think of that one?
Yeah, I like that one. I think my favorite Robin Leonard one, though, is the black and white, like with all the dashes through it. It just, again, pretty erratic, but it was I thought it was mean. It kind of suited what Robin Leonard's all about.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it added to his meanness.
What about Pascal Leclerc's crazy looking mask? Like, this thing was nuts too, right? Like that weird, angry alien Spartan looking thing on the side, and the black running through the middle. It was a very dark look. I don't know.
But for me, like where he lost his is like, again, same with for me, Alex All. Like that's just an awful shaped helmet. Like just a bad helmet.
Yeah, I looked at that one, Martian, and I was like, if I put Pascal Leclerc, the graphic, like that is, oh boy,
that'll kill you.
That's a killer on the graphic. Another one I liked, and I thought about doing this one for the brand. Magnus Hellberg's mask was sweet, especially when you put like the full picture of his mask and the setup with the blocker and glove in there as well. Like that dude does it right. It's a damn shame we only got to see one game of that. Wait, did he even have that set up ready for his game, or those were in practices? We saw those. Now that I'm thinking about it,
I can't even remember that helmet.
Give it a quick Google, Martian. It's a nice one, black and gold. But Ross, do you know, did he wear it for the game, or he had it finished and designed and he was practicing and then he left?
No, I think he played in. Again, you can't. Thank God you didn't pick it, because then you'd have 2 picks that played a combined 2 games so far with the Ottawa.
Oh, is it most games played masks in Senators history? Because maybe I confused that then.
The best thing about his setup was obviously his pads and everything were amazing.
Yeah,
I mean, the setup was
actually, if we were doing full setups, Dominic Hasek wouldn't be as egregious, because I actually love those TPS ones with the gold splash down the side, the gold and red. But
that's an idea for next season's full setup Sens goalies.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
I like that for sure.
I got one more. Craig Billington. I usually clown on him, but his was kind of the original Centurion design, and that one was pretty cool in my opinion.
Yep, I agree with that. I think that.
Before we go, Ross, I do just have one quick qualm with the way the graphic is done here. I just wanted to say Lalime, and then you could do dash Martian or Lalime's Martian. I just want to make sure it's clear that it's the Martian helmet. I know a lot of people.
That is fair.
They should know, but he did wear other helmets. So.
Oh, I thought you said he only ever wore that one.
No, he had another one.
I think people will get it, but I understand.
It's a different graphic, right? Because we don't put our names or our photos of who made the pick.
True.
New graphic alert. So the people who are seeing it right now, it's too bad. This is what they're going to get. But you're able to explain yourself.
Just for the vote graphic. That's all I care about.
All right, perfect. Well, everyone enjoy this afternoon's game. I guess tonight in Halifax, 5 p.m. start, but 4 p.m. for those in the Eastern time zone, 3 p.m. for me, just all over the place, time zone-wise. Yeah. The Ottawa Senators and Florida Panthers. We'll break it all down on tomorrow's Locked On Senators, and it will be a game day in Halifax, my old town. Pilsies loves the East Coast lifestyle, and it's going to be a fantastic night there with Sidney Crosby taking on Drake Batherson in their home towns. For today's Ring of Honor, we say goodbye. A reminder, you can vote for the Ring of Honor on Twitter at Sens Central. We will put the link in the bio. Bear with us. It's going to be a quick turnaround for us. It might be later today that we put it out, but that will be coming soon. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Senators hockey is here, and it's so close to the regular season. Make sure you're following on social media at Sens Central, at Lalime's Martian. Subscribe to the YouTube channels Martian Media and Locked On Senators. For Brandon Piller and The Martian, I'm Ross Levitan, and this has been episode 9 of the Ring of Honor.